Hassan, were you the one that sent me the Hassan Piker thing
Yes.
with Alex Jones? Yeah, I was gonna say, what did he call him? Hassan
Hassan
Picker?
Hassan
Pecker. That's what. Yeah, it was like that was a real stretch for you to even figure out how to pronounce it that way.
Yeah. Grasped for straws on that one.
Yeah.
But Hassan acted exactly how I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been like, holy shit.
Well, I mean, the fact that, like, there's things like, for example, that thing with Hassan Piker where he has said a few things that I was like, that was probably a faux pas, dude. You shouldn't have done that. But
yeah.
To go after him for having bitch tits, like, for real?
Yeah. Alex Jones is such a fucking clown ass.
He's a total clown.
I was rewatching the other day where he raided TYT that time.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, Jenk stood up at one point. I was like,
yeah,
oh, please fucking
Jenk's
hit him.
Gonna whip his ass.
Please hurt him.
Yeah. I thought Jenk really was going to whip his ass.
Yeah. That was funny, though. Hassan's like, I didn't even know you fucking... You have no idea. And then you just see this video of Alex Jones just making you out to be, like, the worst person on the planet.
Yep. You know, it's funny, too, that video was actually one of the ones that there's a lot of things that I'd seen that made me think Jenk was, like, my size or taller. And he is not.
Oh, really? Is he shorter than you?
No, way shorter, yeah.
Huh. That means Alex Jones is short, too.
Real short, yeah, because Jenk looks as big or bigger than him. I mean, Jenk's not like tiny or anything, but I'd say he probably comes up to maybe like my nose or the top of his head's like at my eyes or something. I mean, I got a couple inches on him for sure. Because I remember I was up on the sidewalk and he was in the street, so he was even a little shorter. But I had to look down to shake his hand.
Oh wow.
And it was so fucking weird because, you know, it's like I've seen this guy for years and years and years, and all of a sudden here he is, and I'm like, you're little.
Yeah, that always throws people.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to meet him. I really wish I would have went to that, but
it was pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Let's start this awfulness up. What is this right side broadcasting? I've never heard of them. Anyway. All right, and play.
President stopped by. And we are so grateful because President Trump knows everything that we are doing. He is watching and following along each and every American all across the United States.
So clearly, as he's flying around above you.
It's hysterical to me that any of these people think that Trump gives two shits about any of these.
No. Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
Who is this?
As executive director of Women for America First, I started a Stop the Steal Facebook group.
Oh, good.
And that group grew to 365,000 people in just 22 hours, completely organically, not paid. We were growing by 1,000 people every 10 seconds.
We're very proud that this very first time that we've ever had real, true people follow anything of ours.
And of course, big tech shut us down because they knew they had a real big problem.
Boots, by the way.
They were not going to get away with allowing the radical left to steal the election.
You have to turn the volume down on the video when the boot comes out.
MailChimp shut us down. Women for America First was not able to use our account and access the data for hundreds of thousands of patriots all across the country to galvanize us to rally for the president. And then Eventbrite did it. Many of you RSVP'd to the last event. They shut down the event and then emailed thousands and told them it was canceled. But guess what? The joke was on them. Because last time, 1.4 million people showed up here in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, the joke's on someone.
Yeah. Women that back Donald Trump pretty much have created the concept of the joke being on you.
And we are standing tall, fighting for the president. For 4 years, he has fought for us, and now it's time that we fight for him.
It's amazing to me that they were
now we're
able
a peaceful
to, like,
movement.
turn him into a cult leader when really
country.
It would have been anybody that wasn't Hillary. They would have been this.
And we want to demand transparency.
Yeah, that's
that's
something that I think is really interesting.
Information about that, right?
Pause. All right.
I think that's a really interesting thing. I don't know if it's just that they were boiling over and now's the time, which is very possible. Like, they had just in their minds, like their lawn jockey just got elected president, so they don't know what to do with themselves, and so the next person that comes in, they flip out. But on the other hand, I'm like, I've heard people talk about how Trump talks to these people where they're at instead of seeing like a politician. So I don't know which one of those it is. Maybe some of both. But it is kind of I mean, the fact that you're so goddamn delusional that you can have a guy that does the whole grab him by the pee and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, well, we're women who need Donald Trump to be in charge. Like, you're the first woman that probably has ever thought Donald Trump should be in charge of anything.
Yeah, no
Any
shit.
people that actually know him are like, Jesus, run.
Yeah, can you imagine the people that have known him his whole life and then see him run and win president? And they're like, oh, fuck. Like,
yep.
Like, we know this guy. This isn't good.
Well, and imagine people that actually know him personally watching this garbage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that has to be embarrassing as fuck.
Like this idiot person just said that he's the only person that can save America and cares about our country. So what a crock of shit.
Yeah.
Like, the only difference between Donald Trump and the dude that sells fake Rolexes on the street in New York is who their dad is.
Yep. All right, let's listen to a little more of this screaming blonde woman. And play.
Right? So we've taken these buses all across the country. And yesterday on Steve Bannon's War Room, I teased, yes, and huge shout out to Steve. We're so grateful for his support. And Mike Lindell and RSBN, the Liberty Lab, the Lindell Recovery Network.
We love him.
And yesterday on Steve Bannon's War Room, I announced that we're going to keep these buses going. Because we're not backing down. We will not stop until every legal ballot that was cast is counted and every illegal ballot that was cast is thrown out and dismissed. And don't let the mainstream media get you down, because they will champion every failure that we have, and they will ignore and dismiss every victory we have. There are many brilliant
Listen, I know we call them Trump trains, but we're a little sensitive about the imagery of big, long trains.
Yeah.
So let's get some buses.
Yeah, exactly.
Be victorious for another 4 years of President Donald J. Trump.
When our ancestors used trains, it didn't work out that well.
So because of the big tech censorship, I need your help. As executive director of this organization that has put this historic tour and movement together,
to be honest, I would need your help no matter what.
Continuing to get the word out. I need you to call, text, email, make personal connections with your friends and family. Don't rely on watching the news. Don't rely on social media. Pick up the phone and actively engage those in your community. Send them to TrumpMarch.com.
And pause. I just want to say for the record, I would love for a Trump supporter in my community to reach out to me.
Oh man,
please.
That would just be so glorious. I'd probably roll around on the floor with joy. Be like, hang on for a second. Can I put you on pause?
Yeah. What's funny, I don't know if I told you about this, but it was probably a year after I moved in here, and there was a knock on my door, and it was two young kids. They were probably, young. They're at least maybe 18, 20. And they were both Republican, like, door knockers, you know.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, normally I would fuck with them maybe, but I was just like, I was really busy that day, and I was just like, whatever. I was like, no thanks, bye. And I just shut the door, and that was the end of that. And then it was like not even 2 weeks later, the same two twats came back. And I was like, okay, well, now I don't feel too bad. Yeah, now I've got some time. And so they came back, and they started, talking about the local Republicans and all that, and I just sat there and kind of shook my head for a while, and finally, didn't say anything, and then there was a pause, and I was like, well, I just wanted to let you know that if a Republican was on fire, I wouldn't piss on him to put him out. And they were like, okay. And so they turned around and walked straight off.
Like, how
haven't seen them
could
since.
I end this quick?
Yeah. I haven't seen those guys in a while. So, all right. And play.
Follow along. Join us on our rallies. We'll be announcing our tour on Monday morning of exactly where we're taking the buses. But I sure as heck know we're going to be heading down to Georgia to help support Senator Kelly Loeffler and Senator David Perdue. We have to keep this going. And you know what?
Always ask where the buses are going.
They're going to continue pounding the
answer
drum that we're a crazy MAGA
to have a nice
cult.
warm shower.
But we're not.
Get off.
We are a peaceful movement.
I mean, it's no wonder that this poor woman's voice is all cracked. I mean, it must be hard to speak with Trump's cafefe in her mouth all day.
Before we start our march to the Supreme Court, because we all believe that this will likely end up in the Supreme Court.
I wish they would zoom in so we could see her blinking.
But I need to encourage all of you. Do not lose hope. Do not lose faith. Stand tall for the president because
none of
he
it's
has
true.
been
These aren't my real
for 4 years.
All right, this woman is boring the hell out of me.
So next, I have the honor of bringing up someone that I tremendously look up to, and many of you know her. She's the chairman of our organization, but she's more importantly my mother.
And there's none. This is I
think Sebastian Gorka is coming up.
Oh, is he really? God, he sucks. We gotta hear that part. Do they have it tagged in their video?
I think no, but I think I found him. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah, there he is. 3301. Tell me when you're there.
You said 3301.
Uh-huh.
All right, go ahead. And play.
And I'm honored to bring up Sebastian Gorka.
There is no way on God's green earth that Donald J. Trump, my boss, received more votes than any president in American history, and Biden beat him? Are you kidding me? A man who didn't need the job, who sacrificed billions, who for 4 years was called a misogynist, an Islamophobe, a white supremacist, and then a Nazi. Oh, and by the way, after the 4 years of lies from Jake Tapper and CNN, from the New York Times, from the Washington Post, this man who was libeled 24 hours a day for 4 years, called a Russian spy, as Eric Swalwell's having sex with a Chinese spy.
He probably is an American citizen. I shouldn't say he's un-American. That'd be something he'd say.
That man who was libeled for 4 years, oh, he just happens to get 13 million more votes than last time. And an old, cognitively compromised, senile old machine politician for 47 years, hiding in his basement, got more votes than Obama? Are you kidding me? They try to steal this election, and if we don't stop them now, we will never stop them.
All right, let's pause it real quick.
So the mess.
They just keep saying that he got more votes and history and all this, and can you imagine this happening? What's the statistics on this? You know, it's like you're trying to compare an election with someone that has never acted like this in office, or we've never had a president act like this to begin with. And then you throw in a massive pandemic and then you throw in massive social unrest with Black Lives Matter and the police brutality and all that stuff, and you cannot compare this election of 2020 to any election that we've ever had. So yeah, there's going to be some weird shit go on, but the fact of the matter is no one's excited about Biden, but it doesn't matter because he's not Trump. That's what they don't understand. Is like, of course, none of us really fucking like Biden. We don't want him either, but he's not Trump, and they cannot get that. They can't.
Well, and I think they can't help but project that. It's like you've seen that video of that woman that's like, I never thought I'd want a dictator, but if I did, it would be Donald Trump.
Yep.
It's like I was thinking earlier about the idea of someone on the left saying that and being like, I didn't think I'd ever want a dictator, but if I had to have one, it'd be Joe Biden. Says no one on the left ever.
Yeah, no shit. And then there's like Biden and his radical left agenda. I'm like, you dumb motherfuckers. He isn't even a Democrat.
Yeah, I mean, at most he's a Democrat, but yeah, it's the idea that he's even like has a tinge of leftism is completely debatable. Basically, he knows how to talk about Scranton. That's as left as he gets. The rest of the time, it's like, how many black folks can we get into a prison at once?
Yeah.
And I'm going to go ahead and go lecture people that got me elected in one. Like,
man, that was joking? I heard that today. That was like, I couldn't even believe that was real.
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand why he was so hostile. I mean, that guy that was questioning him was not being a dickhead.
No, but I think Biden is just in the mode of being like, look, I won, so stop even entertaining the idea that you're going to get to push me at all.
Yeah, yeah.
But the other thing too is when you were talking earlier, I was thinking like, yeah, there's a lot of crap going on, the pandemic and the unrest and all that stuff. But when you actually watched the real facts roll out, it was like it was shocking how few issues there really were. Yeah. Like, for the most part, everybody was like, this was really clean. And I mean, yeah, it took them a while to vote, but it was also a historically high vote count.
Yeah.
And there were it's kind of shocking how few errors and attempts at BS they found. Mostly it was conservatives trying to create errors to make a point. Yeah. So it's like, in some ways, it's like all these idiots have gotten together. It reminds me of some group of knuckle-dragging morons being like, I've never seen an electric bill like this. How could somebody do this? And it's like, what do you mean? It's exactly like the electric bill you had last time. Wrong! And it's like, you've created the concept that something major has happened here. And in fact, no. It is pretty normal for people to count votes 24 hours after they receive them. In some cases, when they can't start counting until the day of the election, you idiots.
And that's all of the states that he's suing. Are the states that do it that way. Because they think that overnight that they got cheated because all those ballots came in. I mean, a fucking 7-year-old's common sense could tell you that, what happened there.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's no limit to how dumb some of these folks, including Trump. I mean, Trump's made those comments, and it's hard to tell with him. Sometimes he's just trying to get an advantage. But I think he really did think there was something fishy about the vote total not just going boink like the minute that it was election day. Like that, they keep going back to the thing of like, there's a huge spike after 11 o'clock. Yeah, you mean when they finally got all the counts in?
Yeah.
That's how counting works.
Yep, you add ballots to a number that you already have, and that number gets bigger.
Well, and you don't have one person that's doing the counting who calls up and says, all right, what was I at last time? I think you were at 11 last time. Cool, I'm now at 12.
Yep.
No, they actually have large numbers they count, and then they tell you when they're finished. So yeah, you see huge spikes. Idiots.
Yeah. Dumb. All right, back to the Dorka.
The Gorka.
And play.
Message is clear.
Oh, actually, where are you at in that? I want to make sure we're synced up. I don't think
let's
we are.
See.
I'm at 38:36.
Okay, I'm at 38:36.
Right. And play.
First things first.
First things first.
Oh, quite right. Stop the steal. Can someone give me a brandy?
Yeah.
I'm a man of the people.
What a phony fucking asshole.
So first things first, I'm going to repeat what I said, what I tweeted out last night. And by the way, if you're not on Rumble and Parler, why not? Okay? Twitter,
why not?
YouTube, Facebook, they're all fascists.
Oh,
they're all stinking fascists who don't believe in the First Amendment.
No, aren't
so
wasn't your dad
be very
an
clear? The first thing
member of the Nazi Party?
Stop. Take a deep breath. Count to 10. Read the Bible and pray. Because we are on the side of truth.
Oh my Lord.
We, thanks to our Lord and Savior, have already won.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
I do want to make something clear to all of you out there, however. I have never bought a French tickler in a gas station restroom. That is a little bit of a difference between us.
Never give in. Hold the line. Hold the line.
That, and would any of you consider wearing a scarf with a suit?
Yeah.
And Boris, the Baron, will give you all the legal arguments. But I've read the Constitution. I don't think Joe Biden has. But I've read the Constitution. And I know one thing. It ain't over.
How to read.
Until January 20th, it ain't over.
Yeah, he's got a leg up on all the rest of those people.
So here's your job. Not just to
He
the
sounds
glorious
like he can
Americans
read.
of every hue and pallor assembled here, but everyone listening who loves this nation and who is prepared to die for the Republic.
We can't wait to get Boris the Baron up here, but first, we have a dog we trained to bark out, "Stop the steal."
For the next few days, for the next few weeks, you're going to send a very clear message.
And after that, we'll bring up the Davis Gals, and they'll sing you a tune.
Yep. Speaking of clear messages, I'm standing in front of a sign that says "Women for America First."
Never ever be reelected. It is over.
Yeah, that's putting a sign in front of a conservative, especially one like Dorka that says "Women for America First" is normally something that's done as a prank.
Yeah, totally.
The spirit of 76 is alive and well.
We need to go after all those people with their fancy accents.
Like giving up, because I'm really pissed. Too many people last night said, "That's it." Really? Was it over in 1776? Was it over in 1941?
Well, technically, yes.
Was it over on September the 11th, 2001? And I know one thing about my boss. He never gives up.
I can tell you from first-hand experience that it wasn't over in 1941. My father was running like hell from the United States.
Actually, let's make it a video. Let's make it a video. So
this will get me an extra 10,000 Parler followers.
Are you ready to rumble?
Yeah. You people fucking retarded.
I want to go in there and start a chorus of "What are crumpets?" just to see if I can get them to start saying it.
Boris Epstein, former special assistant to President Trump, strategic advisor to the Trump campaign, and my buddy and co-host of the Battle for 1600.
We managed to get Seb Gorkoff as talking point for a second. He's like, "Oh, well, let me explain exactly what a crumpet is." Yeah. Oh no! Oh, what have I done?
I'm gonna do it anyway, right? Who do we love? Who do we love? We love Trump. We love Trump.
Man.
We love
Trump.
I
forgot about this guy.
We love Trump.
Who is this guy?
He's that I can't Boris.
Get the flags higher.
Oh, that's who he was talking about. I didn't know who Boris was.
Yeah, but he's the one that did that thing with Sir Rabies.
Oh,
you remember
that's
that?
The guy.
Yeah.
Washington, D.C. Joe Biden going to be the next president?
Is Joe Biden going to be the next president? Yes, actually is. No, you're not getting 4 more years. This was was this filmed before the Supreme Court? I thought they said that was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
4 more years. 4 more years.
Because they're still talking about the Supreme Court saving them.
Yeah.
So here's the deal.
Well, I mean, is it likely at all that any of you are right about much of anything?
Yeah.
When President Trump won this election, and I saw the returns coming in, Florida for President Trump, Ohio for President Trump.
I've never seen a group of people want to just constantly discuss the Electoral College from their fucking election. Constantly.
Yep.
We're going to go over every state that I won, even though I lost. The whole thing. I'm going to talk about the states that I won. Trump did that the other day for like 10 minutes in a fucking live. It's like,
yeah.
God damn, dude. He like got up there and basically just like he bragged about second place stats is what I called them.
Yeah, yeah.
Trump won this election.
It's like getting your ass whipped in chess and then going back and talking about every pawn you took.
Look at this slick move that I pulled off here. Yeah, but right after that you lost. Well, it doesn't matter.
You mean the 3 from checkmate that you did?
That the electors who are counted on January 6th represent the legal votes of you, the American people. Count the votes. Count the votes.
All right, let's pause this real quick.
Count the votes.
So I guess my question is like, why are these people? I understand why the dumb maggots, like the cult followers, are there because they're stupid. But like, I don't understand why some of these prominent. Is it just all for money, for grift? Is that what it is to raise? It's probably just to raise money. A lot of these every one of these fuckheads up there that are talking, they all know that Trump's not going to win. They all know he lost.
But I mean, I think there's 2 things. Like, one is probably like personal grifting potentially.
Yeah,
they could be positioning themselves for some kind of political run or whatever. But I think the main thing is that, I saw something the other day. I can't remember if you might have sent it to me, but I saw something where they were talking about the polling on who the Republicans think should be the next presidential candidate.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, it was like 24% for Trump. Well, there's been 2 of those polls. The first one had 24% for Trump or whatever, but then the second one didn't have had him excluded, and it was Don Jr., wasn't it?
Don Jr. and Mike Pence were tied at 20% each. Yeah. And the highest after that was something in the neighborhood of like 5-6%. So as that video said, I think like the Civil War's over. The Trumpsters have taken over. So these assholes are probably like, no matter who goes in next time, and we know it's going to be a Republican because Biden has already said he won't do a damn thing. Yeah. So we can go ahead and get on that next train right now. Like, remember when I embarrassed myself for you by trying to fight in the spirit of 76? Like, of course Trump wouldn't give one shit. He'd be like,
yeah,
well, thanks for coming in.
What's funny was that poll, like somebody said on Twitter, and they're like, notice Eric Trump isn't on there for a reason.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. Because America doesn't need to see his gums anymore.
Yeah. Dude's a fucking horse, man. All right, I want to play this again.
All right.
And play.
Count the votes.
Are you just going to get up there and chant?
Count the legal votes.
Yeah. What I want to know is, how could he look more like somebody that just took off from the harbor in his boat after beating his wife?
All across the country, the mainstream media and their comrades on the Democrat side told us it was over. They said, go home, dude. Nothing to see here.
Yeah. Also, I'm not sure, and I say this
illegal ballots
being named someone named Ivan, but if my name was Boris, I'm not sure I'd toss the word comrades around that lightly.
There's not almost 700,000 mail-in absentee ballots counted.
I mean, glass house, Boris, but still.
They tried to lie to us all across the country and send us home. But are we going to be deterred?
I mean, we get on here and we laugh about this, but this shit's really dangerous. I mean, it really is. It's really dangerous.
The steal.
Yep. Well, and I mean, I'm sure you're as well aware this is a lot, me and a lot of other people, but if you go back and look at early fascist movements, you know, they were all considered to be clowns. It's like they're clowns till they're not.
Stop the steal!
Yeah, they're clowns right up until they start winning elections.
In Georgia, there's a major lawsuit that's working its way through the courts about the over 400,000 illegal ballots cast in the state of Georgia. Do not forget, the margin is only about 13 to 14,000.
Yeah, Boris is not really entertaining.
Yeah, I'm going to switch this video. I just don't really want to sit there and listen to these fools. Let's see what we can find here on YouTube. There's got to be. Let's see. Right. DC Trump rally. It's got to have somebody doing something live that's dumb. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know who that person is. Oh, here we go. Let's check this one out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is going to be good. This is only like a 2-minute video, but we'll just skip it, I guess, because of that. I thought it was longer than that.
It's America.
Oh, man. There you go.
All right.
Just wait. You've seen it.
Okay. All right.
And play.
Wait, I'm at 3 seconds in. Rematched up.
All right. And good. Yep. Go ahead.
We are resisting.
Oh, there's Alex.
Yep.
Bitch tits himself.
Yep. Do you know the benefits of male vitality?
Yeah.
This chocolate bone broth is delicious.
He's got his little droogie with him too.
Oh, I don't know his droogie.
Yeah, that's
that woman, you mean?
No, his name's like Owen Troyer or Schroyer or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that was weird. I got like a little intersection clip.
That was weird. Yeah, this is just like random video.
There they come.
Yeah. The
big
orange
nuggets
waterhead has arrived.
Yeah.
Old Tang face.
They've got hooked on phonics flyers shooting out of the helicopter.
Yeah.
Now, I'd love to have someone explain to me why they couldn't get Roseanne Barr to do the national anthem at this.
Yeah, no doubt. She's a trumper, and she would have done it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And would have had just as much success hitting the last note.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Woohoo!
That was uneventful. Oh, here's a
this
is a news network called the Arab News World. So here you go. I'll send this the Arab News World. So the Proud Boys showed up today in D.C. and for some reason I have yet to figure out why they're all wearing yellow kilts.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure out why they were all chugging milk, but I got that one down.
Yeah.
I wonder. Okay, I'm at 0. So
okay.
Whenever you're ready.
And play.
Does that have something to do with "Don't Tread on Me"? Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
What the hell?
It's like the last piece of music. Unexpected.
Just in case you didn't catch Shrek 2. Or was that Shrek? I don't remember. That crappy Monkeys cover.
Yeah. Oh, is that the Ninjas?
I think so.
Well, they were a sad group.
You know, actually, I wonder if the Proud Boy idiots are starting to wear yellow just so they can tell the difference and don't whip each other's ass.
Yeah, they very well may.
Yeah, there they go. Fuck Antifa. Screw anti-fascists. 1776.
It's so hard for us to digest this right now. But can you imagine looking back like 50 years on this and be like, man, 50 years ago, check out this fucking crazy shit that happened. And people are going to be like, what the fuck? Like, it's going to be so weird for people. It's weird to us, but we're living it. So it's like, we just get desensitized, you know?
It's funny, though. I mean, I don't know if you had... I'm a little bit older than you are, so you might not have had this experience. But I remember seeing all the stuff from the 60s and being like, Jesus, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Particularly the civil rights stuff, but even the white college kid stuff where they'd be whacking them with clubs and hoses and all that, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. That's just how shit plays out.
Yep. We lived our early part of our lives in a brief respite from that crap, and now it's back.
Yeah.
Except, I guess, of course, it used to be that only people were protesting the government. Now half of them are trying to get the government to, go full-blown fascist. Like, there's no cops beating anybody here.
That we are standing now inside of this deep state. Keep that up, yeah. It's nuts.
So they said that they think that Trump is leaving the White House after Christmas and won't come back.
Oh, God, that'd be lovely.
Yeah, that's what he said, so.
I mean, it's not going to matter in terms of him, peeing all over Twitter every day, but still.
Yeah.
Or maybe he'll...
You know what I'm really hoping is after he leaves office that Twitter insta-bans him. That would be great.
Oh, that would be great.
They'd be like, we wanted to do this for 4 years, but you were the president, so we were not really going to do that. But now that you're not president anymore, dude, you're done.
That might be why they why Parler was so anxious to get going anyway, really.
Yeah.
All right. I hit an ad about Yemen.
Yeah, it's over anyway, so.
Okay.
I was just going to go through here and see on Twitter if there's any good videos.
Well, we've been going for about an hour.
Yeah. We'll probably just go ahead and call it then.
All right.
We should maybe try to get on a little earlier during this because I guess it's kind of all wrapped up now at 10:30, but I figured they'd still be going strong. They're pretty dumb.
Yep.
But oh well. Well, thanks for watching, everybody, and hopefully we will do it again. Be sure to subscribe and like and comment. We appreciate it as a new channel. Every like and subscribe helps me greatly. So we will wrap things up, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. This is the Be Progressive Show.